Let's speak live now to the opposition leader, Sussan Ley, who joins us on the show now. Sussan Ley, thanks for your time. You're looking to introduce this bill, and do you think that the government is going to back it?
I hope so, Alex. And Shadow Attorney General Julian Leeser has written to his counterpart, Michelle Rowland. This is very important to me personally. The heinous crimes that we have seen for years and years that involve the production and transmission of images, internet child sexual abuse, images that are sometimes streamed around the world. This is something that we have to act more strongly on. Now, everyone was horrified that this individual in Victoria received a 2.5-year sentence. That's a matter for the Victorian government, and they need to act because I think 77 individual offences occurred and Australians rightly are horrified. What we can do at Commonwealth level is act on the Commonwealth offences, which involve using the transmitting documents via a carriage service. And that's why we've said 6 months, which is actually what this person would receive and has received, is nowhere near enough. Multiple offences and minimum offences require a much, much stronger approach. So the minimum sentence should be 5 years. And we know that with minimum sentencing, it's not something we would engage in every offence. But in something like this, I don't think there's any option but for the government to support this.
In the case of that Victorian parent who abused their own 5-year-old daughter, how concerned are you that it was maybe treated differently because the person was trans?
I'm incredibly concerned. That excuse doesn't make any sense to me, and it doesn't make sense to parents. We've also seen production and transmission of images from childcare centres. And earlier this morning, I heard a whole lot of waffle around what was going to be done. That doesn't give parents any confidence either. We need action for the offences that break the hearts of parents, mothers, grandparents like me. And I have looked at this over many years and seen the way it has infiltrated and affected society, and it has to stop. And I am genuine about asking the government to do something to support the community expectation here. Alex, you can tell that it's quite an important issue for me.
Yeah, and you said it was personal to you. Why is that?
When we first saw the internet being used for these purposes, I was in a portfolio actually in opposition several years ago, and I spent a lot of time talking with law enforcement that actually tracks down and arrests these individuals. And I remember standing with a task force based in Brisbane and them showing me a big screen and explaining that every light on that screen was somebody who was accessing internet child sexual abuse. That is burned in my memory because what they said to me was we can't possibly track down all of these people. And when we do, the courts simply don't find them appropriately. I then talked to jurisdictions around the world and I found that Australia is lagging and we're not taking this seriously. And now where this has become, this is a situation where these acts are live streamed, people pay for them. And if you read the case that you referred to in Melbourne, you would feel as horrified as I have and everyone who has read that case has. So this is something that we're going to continue to work hard with. And look, I expect the government to support us, Alex, I really do, because I'm sure that people of goodwill in this parliament want to see stronger offences.
Yeah, Sussan Ley, the opposition leader, we've run out of time there, but I don't think anyone's going to have any problem with hearing you get a little bit emotional when speaking about the potential abuse of children. I think if I was thinking about my own kids, I'm sure my voice would break too. So completely understandable. We really appreciate your time here on Sky News Australia. Thank you.
Thank you.